Because the bottom line is this. No one knows how this person is going to be as a head coach.
Live from the Prop Swap Studios on AM 1490 Sports Betting Radio, it's The Fix with Ryan Rothstein. Presented by Prop Swap. Prop Swap that ticket and cash in while the odds have improved.
Rothstein was a hell of a handicapper. I can tell you that.
Right now, you ain't ready for a fight, go ahead and go home. Because that's what this going to be for full court. A fight. We always win when we fight together. That's how winning is done.
Now get out there and do it to me.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! Wins the game.
Rothstein's reactions, and you can chime in, all right? If you disagree with what I'm about to say, I want to hear from you. I demand that I hear from you. Show yourself. 609-601-3290. You can call at any moment during my rant. You can hit me up on Twitter at WiseRye, WiseRye, and follow Jacob Media on YouTube. Subscribe, I should say, at JAKIB Media. All right, so I have to react to that conversation with our John McMullen. Let me piece it together. All right, so Nick Sirianni is your head coach for the Philadelphia Eagles. First of all, where the bleep did that come from? Where did it come from? No one put his name out there, correct me if I'm wrong, as it relates to the Philadelphia Eagles head coaching job before the day of the hire. John McMullen is as credible and reliable as it gets. John does not put something out there that has the weight and magnitude behind it of this person will be the next head coach. And John didn't say it with nothing's 100%. John said, I got it from one very reliable source. I typically don't say, this statement is a official or unofficial report unless I get that same information from two different reliable sources. John said he got it from one. You look at any other insider, writer, reporter, anyone that covers the NFL and or the Philadelphia Eagles, Josh McDaniels. And now here is Nick Sirianni. And I'm going to apologize to Nick right now. Because, Nick, you could be a great guy. Nick, I could end up falling in love with you, man. Not in that way, but as a head coach, this could work out great. All right? Like, no one, and that's the bottom line with this, which gets these owners and really the guys that are in charge of making these decisions, they get off the hook a lot. Because the bottom line is this. No one knows how this person is going to be as a head coach. You could have been a head coach in 5 different cities, right? The Eagles could have been your 6th job. They could have hired someone who's been in the league for 30 years, and this is their 5th head coaching job. And he could have completely bleeped the bed, or vice versa. You could hire someone who's never called a play, never been a head coach, and the locker room catches on to them. They have success early. They get momentum. They get that snowball of momentum. And boom, they're off to the races. He's established as a legitimate head coach in the NFL. The rest is history. That's essentially what happened with Doug Peterson. All right? That is what happened with Doug Peterson. Let me just detail the timeline really quickly in a what I'd like to think of it as a humorous manner. Fire Andy Reid. This is a long time ago. Jeffrey Lurie wants to go in a new direction. They start going in that direction with Chip Kelly. The GPS says recalculating, wrong way. They got lost. So Jeffrey Lurie has to call his friend, Andy Reid, for directions to get back on track. Hey, Andy. Hey, we took a wrong turn, man, back there. We're about 10 miles off the path. Can you guide us to where we need to get to, please? Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson, really? Who's he? Oh, wait, he backed up Brett Favre? Oh, really? Okay, you like him? Yep. All right, yeah, screw it. We'll give Doug a chance. Hire Doug, per Andy Reid. Fast forward to where we are, right up to the firing of Doug Peterson. Fire Doug Peterson. Burn bridge with Andy Reid. Now, you're lost once again. You have to call Frank Reich for directions because Andy ain't answering your phone call. Doug, you're not going to go directly to Doug right now for his replacement and take that as gospel. So, all right, who can we call? They're looking through their black Rolodex like it's the early 90s. Who can we call? I'm out of names. Screw it. We'll call Frank. Get Frank on the line. Hey, Frank. Hey, man. We're lost again. We took a wrong turn a couple miles back. You have anyone for us? Yeah, this guy, Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni? Who the heck is he? He was the quarterback coach for Phillip Rivers. He's been in the league. He's never called a play or run a team, but I like him. Jeffrey Lurie's thinking. The think box goes above his head. The cloud think box. And it's Carson Wentz in the box. And there's an equal sign to Frank Reich. So, okay, well, Carson liked Frank. Frank likes Nick. So that means Carson will like Nick. Nick has no baggage. So I can be his puppet master. I can avoid a PR nightmare for the hiring. I can force him to work on Carson Wentz and fix my horrible investment. And I can come out of this once again looking like roses because no one had this guy pegged to be the next head coach. It's a joke, dude. It's an absolute joke. I'm so sick of Jeffrey Lurie. I'm sick of the man. I'm sick of him. And I'm just wasting energy right now. I'm just getting high blood pressure for no reason because he's the owner. He can have me banned from 100 miles within Lincoln Financial Field. He can make me move to Myrtle Beach with his money and power. I'm wasting energy talking about how much I hate this man and how he's flushed this franchise down the toilet. And the Doug Peterson hire and what transpired during Doug Peterson's tenure bailed Jeffrey Lurie out, and Jeffrey Lurie was still, miraculously enough, able to screw that up. How? Well, he did. And here's just my initial reaction to all of this. And disclaimer, Nick Sirianni could be a great head coach. This could work out. This could be a great thing. But right now, January 21st, on the night of the day that they hire Nick Sirianni, this is a joke. This is a joke. This reeks of indecisiveness, a safe choice, a desperate choice, avoiding a potential PR nightmare. And like I said to John McMullen, Jeffrey Lurie has the fresh set of strings for the next puppet in line, baby. Come on down. The puppet show starts in September. We have new features to our puppet show, new faces, new music. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jeffrey Lurie, the puppet master, returns for his 28th year as the puppet master. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to wrap up Rothstein's reactions with this. You know what's insane that I'm about to say? I bashed the potential hiring of Josh McDaniels for 4 straight days. And now, right now, at this moment, I would have more respect, and I wouldn't, with hindsight, like if Nick Sirianni was never the head coach and they went Josh McDaniels, I wouldn't know that this was an option, if you're with me on all of that. But now, I would have more respect for Jeffrey Lurie if he actually hired Josh McDaniels, because Josh McDaniels is a risk. You have guys like me, jackasses like me, screaming, don't hire Josh McDaniels. He's not a head coach. He can't be a CEO. He can't manage people. Look at his stint in Denver. Look at what he did to the Colts backing out of that deal after he essentially agreed and signed to it. He's an assistant. He's an OC. He's a mind. He's not a leader. Right? You have all of these negative narratives swirling around now in Philadelphia this week about Josh McDaniels. And what does Jeffrey Lurie do? He has to call freaking Frank Reich to bail him out and say, hey, who should I hire, man? How's this Nick guy? You like him? Just say yes, and he has the job. That's it. It's pathetic. Jeffrey Lurie is a pathetic owner in the National Football League. This was a safe hire. This was an indecisive hire. This was a desperate hire in an attempt to save his horrible investment that was Carson Wentz. And now he has the ability to be the puppet master. And he has someone to blame in 2 to 4 years when bleep hits the fan once again. And I'll end this segment how I ended it the other night. Gear up, Eagles fans. Gear up. Jeff Parles when we come back.